there's a lot of people that say they would do something when you talk about their family and talk about their kids or do something to their family and their kids. And there's motherfuckers that will
people
do
that
it.
will actually do it.
Yeah. And that's what the difference is. I mean, people will talk about it and there's people that will do it. And so I think in this situation, it's a shit situation for George because you just took yourself from being a draw. You know, I know you lost your last fight to Colby. I get it. I understand the frustration and all those things that come with it. But you think by doing 6 months in jail or 3 months in jail or paying a hefty fine, doing all those things, possibly community service, taking you away from your kids is going to be worth it? You think your kids are going to care in 10 years? They're not going to care. They're not going to even know who the hell Colby Covington is. So when you get into these kind of things, it just takes time. Being in part of the fight business, you're still involved in it. I know that George has come up a different way than a lot of other people, you know. So that maybe that a lot of that has to do with it. But in this situation, I don't agree with what he did. Because there is a chance he may get slapped with some time for this. Because from what I read was that he was wearing a hoodie, he was wearing a mask, and he walked up from behind him. That's dangerous. Like, it's just dangerous, John. I mean, if he would have knocked him out like cold and he hit his head on the concrete and died or anything like that, split his head open, you'd be looking at something that it's just not worth it, man. You think your kids would care more that you beat up somebody that said something bad about them? Or do you think they'd care if they want their dad around? That's the difference. Like you gotta start weighing those things out. I mean, words. I'm not gonna say too much about you touch my kids. That's a different lifestyle. Yeah. That's my kids will remember that, you know. And so, but when they will remember the fact that you didn't do anything, you know. And this situation is different. Like words.
Yeah.
Nah.
I don't know the circumstances of what really happened. I don't know if Masvidal did come up behind him and sucker punch. I don't know. All I know is it's not good.
No.
I know you can be upset with someone and what they say, and you know the whole thing of like King of Miami or who gives a shit. You know there is no King of Miami. I'm just telling you it's not Colby and it's not Masvidal. You know it's like there's no point to this that's going to work for you in a way that you can tell me it was worth it. It's not going to be worth it. You know and Colby, in certain situations, it's almost like what you said. Can Colby press charges? Sure. Yeah. But, do I think that, Masvidal is going to get a whole lot of, time thrown at him or anything like that? No, I don't. And especially, at least I do think it's good that he attacked another fighter. He didn't attack, even though he's just an average citizen when he's on the street like that, and he shouldn't be attacked. So it's just too bad. Shouldn't happen.
Yeah, but John, we talk about this. I think I've said this a bunch of times when I was talking about Stephen A. Smith. This is the type of shit you gotta be careful about because there's like I said, there's motherfuckers that will do this. Like you say something like this about Nick Diaz, they see you in the elevator. Jorge Masvidal. You see, like there's certain fighters not just in that are just fighters in any organization. They don't sleep on them. Don't think that just because you said something in the media that one day they're not going to run into you and hold it to you. And that's what's scary. Like you guys be very careful about how you take that next level of talking shit. I mean, I don't agree with. I don't think George should have went out and did what he did. I want to make sure that's clear. No. But I also don't agree with Colby and the style in which and I didn't agree with certain other fighters that did the same thing.
Oh no.
When Chael did the whole thing with Jenna Jameson, talked about Tito, that to me was
cross the line,
top, man. Cross the line.
There is that line and you should know it. And you know when you're stepping over it. And it's been done by a lot of guys. But once you step over that line, you're breaking the code of look. You can go after the person all you want. Josh, if you and I were fighting, you could say whatever you want about me. Doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. I can say whatever I want about you. Doesn't matter. But I don't bring your family into it. I don't bring your religion into it. I don't bring those types of things because that has nothing to do with this fight. It has nothing to do with what we're going to do. And you and I are the ones that can settle it. It can either be real or not. Sometimes it is real. Sometimes it is not. But it's words. And when it's you against the other guy, and so what? You say,
Yeah.
And I would tell you, if we were fighting, I'd say, dude, say whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right, next.
Well, and if you want to talk about who the real king of Miami is anyway, Conor McGregor was given the key to the city of Miami.
Oh, that's awesome.
So,
I'm sorry.
So until one of those guys beats Conor, Conor is the king of Miami.
Both of those guys are talking shit about King of Miami, and in slides Conor
McGregor.
I love it.
If I was Conor, I'd be showing up to their next fights with the key around my neck.
Exactly.